Hi guys, and welcome to All About the Philippines. Now, the Philippines is such an amazing country with over 7,000 islands. So when you're trying to look at where you're going to go in the Philippines and what you're going to see, you become overwhelmed. There is so much to choose from, whether it's the beaches, the waterfalls, the history of the country, whatever it is that it draws you there. What is it you're going to see in the time you've got there? Now, most of us, we may not live there, so we have limited opportunities to see what we want to see in the Philippines. So we need to draw up a bit of what I call a bucket list. And today I'm going to give you my top 10 in my Philippines bucket list for 2019. So stay tuned. So just before we get into today, guys, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell to get more videos. Now, these what I've got coming up here are in no particular order. It's just my bucket list that I'd love to go and see all these things at some point in the coming years in the Philippines. After all, none of us are getting any younger, so there's things I'd really love to see and places I'd love to go within the Philippines. And they're really based on my own personal opinion through watching on other people's YouTube videos, as well as research and reading up on different areas. So what I've done here, I've grouped them into the three major islands. So the islands of Visayas, Luzon, and Mindanao. So here we go, guys. Boracay. It's one of the most famous places in the Philippines. You see it everywhere. The only thing with Boracay, I guess, is that it's become quite over-commercialised with tourism. And there's been some problems there around the environmental stuff, but they're working on that, and it's apparently a lot cleaner and more environmentally friendly. But I'm wondering if it's not so friendly to tourism these days, because they've taken away a lot of things where you once used to see the fire dancers on the beach, people sitting on the beach in chairs having lunch or dinner and drinks. I believe that's pretty much gone from there now, and all the entertainment is indoors. So I think that would take away from it, but Boracay is famous, and I think you've got to go there at least once. Now, Puerto Galera is another one I'd love to go to. It's very similar along the lines of Boracay, but there is far less tourism there at this stage. And I believe all the activities on the beaches, the fire dances, and enjoying yourself down on the beach is still permitted. So if you're looking for a really relaxing, fantastic time to get away from everything, then I believe Puerto Galera would be a great choice. On my bucket list is also going to Bohol and seeing the tarsiers there before they become extinct. They are on the endangered species, and let's hope they never do become extinct, because what incredible little creatures they are, and I'd love to see them in person at least once. There are designated sanctuaries in Bohol, so at least they're trying to do something to protect these little critters, and I think that would be just an amazing experience. Now, the last time I went to the Philippines was actually the first time we went to Cebu City, and I absolutely found it fantastic in Cebu City and really enjoyed my 3 days there. But our time went so quick, and we didn't see anywhere near the amount of things that we wanted to see. So I'd love to go back there at some point and maybe go and check out Kawasan Falls, Temple of Leah, Cebu Heritage Monument, Tops Lookout, and the Taos Temple. Just to name a few. There's plenty of other things there as well, but those ones would be at the top of my list. I'm not really into the adventurous stuff of going with the whale sharks and all that sort of thing, or even island hopping. I'd really like to just explore the city and get a more full experience of Cebu. Now we come to the island of Luzon, and the first one there is Manila North Cemetery. Now, I didn't know anything about this cemetery and how it all operates with people actually living there in the cemetery until I recently saw a two-part video series on Loz's Leisure channel. Now, I'm going to put a link below I've also got his picture up here from his latest video, and I was absolutely fascinated by these two videos that he did. He gave fantastic insight into the people living in the cemetery. They've got their own stores, their houses, everything right in amongst where the cemetery is. And you really get a close up and personal experience, and you can really feel the emotion with what's going on for these people and the story behind what is the reason they're actually living there. I'd love to go and experience that for myself and get my own take on it, not just see it on a video, but it was a fantastic video series that Loz did. So I'm going to put a link to his videos below, so make sure you check it out. It's absolutely fascinating, and definitely somewhere I'd like to go and experience for myself. Mount Mayon, or the Mayon volcano, which is the most active volcano in the Philippines. I'd love to go there down to Legazpi and have a look at that. It's the most perfect cone-shaped volcano in the world. So really, structurally, it's the most perfect volcano still. So it would be an amazing experience to go there and check it out. I've seen other people standing in front of it, and I think that would be just a wonderful experience. And something I really wanted to do on our last trip to the Philippines last year, but we just weren't able to get the time to get down over to Legazpi to have a good look at it. So definitely on my bucket list, and I would say the next time we're in the Philippines, we'll be going to have a look. Now, a place I really wanted to get to on our last trip to the Philippines, but unfortunately other things got in the way and we couldn't get there. I was quite disappointed, was Vegan City, going up towards the northern part of Luzon and the Philippines. Probably looking around about a 10-11 hour bus ride from Manila, but it's certainly worth the trip up there. Now, Vegan City was established in the 16th century, and Vegan is the best preserved example of a planned Spanish colonial town in Asia. Its architecture reflects the coming together of cultural elements from elsewhere in the Philippines, from China and from Europe, resulting in a culture and townscape that have no parallel anywhere in East and Southeast Asia. So for me, this is one certainly on my bucket list, and I'll certainly be seeing it very soon. Now, while I'm up in northern Luzon, I'd like to duck across from Vegan, a couple of hours bus drive, I believe, to see the hanging coffins of Sagada. Now, there's quite a bit of history that goes with this, and this has been going back probably 2 millennia, so a long, long time. Now, as I say, I think this would be absolutely fascinating to have a good look at this, and I've seen it on videos, but to experience it yourself would be an incredible experience. Now, I'll give you a bit of information I found on this. Now, members of the Igorot tribe of the mountain province in northern Philippines have long practiced the tradition of burying their dead in hanging coffins nailed to the sides of cliff faces high above the ground, comfortably predating the arrival of the Spanish. The procedure can probably be traced back to the more than 2 millennia. To this day, the age-old tradition continues to be performed, albeit on a much smaller scale than before. One of the most common beliefs behind this practice is that moving the bodies of the dead higher up brings them closer to their ancestral spirits. So what an absolutely fascinating experience that would be. So certainly on my bucket list. Now again, while I'm up in northern Luzon, I'd love to duck into a village, just a traditional mountain village in the Philippines. Something similar to this, where you go in there, you could take some incredible pictures of the beautiful area, maybe throw the drone up in the air and get an incredible shot from above, and interact with the local people and just find out a bit about their experiences living up in the mountains of the Philippines. I think that would be a very educational and fascinating experience to spend a day in amongst these wonderful people. And finally down to the island of Mindanao, where a couple of places there would be interesting in going to see would be Dumaguete and Davao. Mainly I've seen these two places on many videos and they look like really cool places to visit and interesting places. And because I haven't been to Mindanao at all before, I'd like to get a bit of a feel for what Mindanao is like. Also, a couple of other vloggers, Philippines vloggers, are in that area, which I'd like to catch up with them. So it would be great to meet Rod from Dumaguete Expat channel, and also Tom and Ruth from Tom and Ruth Philippines Adventures. It'd be a great opportunity to catch up with both those wonderful people while I'm down in Mindanao area. And hopefully Tom's wife, Ruth, might even make me a cake while I'm there. So anyway, guys, that's my top 10 ultimate Philippines bucket list for 2019. I'm not sure if I'll get there this year to do it, but I'm sure in the coming years I'm going to get to all those different places. And of course I'll be taking my video camera and drone along to get some great videos when I do. So don't forget to write in the comments below where you would go on your Philippines bucket list. And of course, if you've enjoyed the video, give it a big thumbs up. Don't forget to share the video around with anyone who may enjoy the video and all your networks. And of course, don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already and turn on the notification bell to get more videos. Thanks very much for watching, guys. Appreciate your support. Take care. And bye for now.